The keyword is consistency. So, fall TV is upon us, which means that we're getting new shows that might or might not survive until next year. I always take bet because I like to see, like, when you try and see, when you get to the pilot episode of these new shows, there's some shows that you can know are not going to last long. I was surprised when what's it called, The Good Place lasted so long. Maybe because of the the twist at the end or the middle of the season. But yeah, I always bet on which show I think is not going to make it. But the shows that I actually like, one of the show I've watched about three different shows so far for this fall season, and the one show that I know, well, maybe not know, but the one show that I bet would actually have a second and maybe third season is Evil on CBS. Evil is a special kind of show because it's about. Let me put it simple. Evil is what X Files would be if X Files was just about uh, religion and Catholicism. Basically, it's like Mulder and Scully, but they're only investigating miracles and demonic possessions, and the whole duality, the whole confrontation between the one who believes and the one who's skeptical about everything. It's actually fun to watch. So I like that they brought it back, but in this very religious timeline. Well, not timeline, but you know what I mean. Like it's very. The first episode just gets you straight. Like the first, for me exactly, the first, what was it, minute and a half, I was already hooked because the editing was just superb, the writing was great, and the rhythm of the show, it didn't let out. Like you felt invested like right away with the. I'm not going to remember the name right now because I only watched the first episode, but the one played by Mike Coulter from Luke Cage and the new girl. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen her before in anything else, but yeah, they have a good dynamic. But I think what is going to keep us coming back, even though I kind of hate procedurals, what is going to what's going to keep us coming back to that show is going to be finding out each episode if whatever they are investigating is a true miracle or not. Like how much is the leading lady, how much is she going to be affected by the religious, by the religious people around her, by the event that she'll be investigating. For example, the first episode was about a man. Should I spoil this? I won't spoil this. Okay, it was about a man who may or may not be possessed, and that's where she meets the investigator from Catholic Church, and it's actually like I said, it's interesting because, for example, I'm going to take a very weird side, like a tangent right now. But have you ever watched the movie Exorcism of Emily Rose? Because that's exactly it, more or less. It's exactly it. So it's like when you're faced with something that feels out of this world in the religious world, do you see it as a miracle or do you like try to explain it to yourself so that it makes it rational? And that's what this show is about, and that's what I'm actually already loving in this show. So the pilot was great, like the pilot was exceptional. I just hope that they are able to keep the same pace and the same uh, greatness. Thank God I found that word. The same greatness in the 22 or 20 episodes that they're going to have. And that's the big issue because when you have 22 episodes, it's going to be hard to fill those episodes with enough content to make us come back week after week after week. But if we base ourselves only on the pilot is great. It's greater than the two other I've seen so far. I've seen Stanton. Stanton was okay. It was not. I love Kobe Smolder, Robin for the win always. I love her, but Stanton feels a little bit generic. like you've seen that before. I mean, I hope like the one thing with stuff that I hope that it goes to the direction I hope they take is. Do you remember the show Las Vegas? Was it Las Vegas? I hope so. With James Caan and um, what's her name? The woman from Black Eyed Peas' husband. Does that make sense? Josh Duhamel. Thank God I remember that. But yeah, it's like that show. I hope that something goes that show like she becomes a kind of enforcer for the casino. But if it doesn't, I would understand because that might not be what they have in mind at the moment. But I really hope they do. Other than that, the third one I saw, which I personally my bet is that it's never going to get a second season, is Emergence. You guys might love it. I've I was barely able to get through the first episode, so to me, I'm not going to continue watching that show because I don't feel like it's going to give us enough um, anything new compared to the shows that because I remember was it 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago we had a similar show about a cop or a guy or a girl or a woman trying to protect the kid because the kid has some power over us. It's like we've heard and seen this show again and again and again, and they keep trying to, tweak a little thing here and there so that we can get hooked. But Images just didn't do it for me, and that's unfortunate because the story might be great, like when you get to the third and fourth episode, but there's so much content in TV all over, like network TV, cable TV, streaming shows. There's so much content that if you can get us with the first episode, you're not going to get us ever again. Maybe, I mean, I've heard people who've watched the first episode of Game of Thrones and were like, this show is very boring. And then they got to the ninth episode and it was like, yeah, I'm glad I stuck up to this. I stick with the show. So maybe Images is going to be like that. But for me, the first episode was, meh, nothing new. So, have you watched Evil on CBS or wherever you watch your shows usually? Do you think he has a chance to get a second season? I mean, I know it's too early and you have to see how it does this week and then the week after and then the week after. But still, like, are you impressed already? Like, do you want it to have a second season already? Do you want to continue the story and follow them through whatever they're going to go through? I do. I hope you do too because we need more show like that. More show that even if they might feel a little bit familiar, yeah, a little bit familiar, they still have enough, um, they're still able to bring you in with something that someone has not done before, basically. And I'm pretty sure if we go through the index, we can see shows they've pulled from like X-Files, obviously. But being able to combine these different shows, these different ideas into one idea that works is the hardest thing that you can do on TV. So I actually appreciate that they were able to do it, and I hope that they're going to have enough content to be able to get an entire season and a second season and maybe a third season. The one thing that I'm going to say right now that I actually do not want is for the white girl. Well, if I say white girl and black man, it's going to feel like I'm against the interracial relationship. But I'm trying to say I don't want the leading lady and the leading man to fall in love or to get involved in any way at all. I just want it to be friends. A little bit like Stanton, but even though I know that you know that in Stanton they're going to hook up by season two if they get a season two or season three. And they're going to push it, and then yeah, they're eventually going to hook up. But I don't want that with this show. I don't want that with Evil. Evil, I want it to stay to work, maybe like a work wife, work husband. They really are great together, but there might be sexual tension, but they never really pursue it. It's like I know people don't like that movie. I love the movie. Like it's one of my favorite movie of all time. Constantine with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. They never explore, they never go that far. She is looked as a romantic interest, yes, if you go really deep into that, but they never really actually consummate. Never really go there. He's attracted to her. He's attracted to him, obviously, but it doesn't go further than that. And that's why I want out of evil. I want them to keep it like that. Don't make them, because the woman already has a husband and a family. I do not want that to change. I don't want the husband to become a bad husband. Like, it's already cliche. Let the husband be a good husband, a good dad, supportive and all that, and then add the character from Michael just to the mix, and it just becomes like an extended family, but it never goes that fast to say, oh, now she is going to leave her husband and break up her family for, you know, Michael. I mean, who wouldn't? Okay, I think this is the most I've spoken in 5 days, so I'm gonna go rest my voice for another week. See you soon.